Hi, welcome back channel, TrainStation2. Alright, really happy you mentioned that I'm going to get first in order to get 2 legendaries. Here we are in this episode going to share with you how I managed to get the 2 legendary trains. Really happy. So this is the start. As usual, EP head start is important. Make sure you get all the EP head start that you need. And of course now we unlocked at event another legendary that helps in terms of the 100 EP jobs, but I'll come to that later on. Just now you saw a camera that is basically a new item. Once you unlocked it 1050 level, that camera appears. That adds on to additional challenge because eventually the item may be asked upon, and it makes a huge requirement to get it done. So if you have not completed your bonus jobs, please go ahead and do it. You can get those holies. That's exactly how I managed to get my first legendary, which is the 4000 event keys, all thanks to the holies I collected. Although the exchange wasn't fantastic because it's 5 is a 2, so for every 5 holies sacrifice, you get 2 snow keys. That's because I have a shortage about approximately 200 snow keys, so that's about 500 holies. Had I able to save up that holies, I may be able to unlock it another epic train. But thinking aloud that really strong competitors is running around, so decided to go ahead to unlock that holy exchange. And of course, once I did that, I managed to complete 100 EP jobs, and that gives an edge. Apparently, that's how I managed to win the 3rd competition. And with that, 1000 event coin legendary train will be claimed. Not forgetting whenever there's this really small challenges, you get a small amount of event coins as well. So that all adds up to, because it's 300 per win of first, and then the 100 balance you're going to make up from all these challenges. So not forgetting, sometimes if you're lucky, you may get it from the wheel, right? There's the spin wheel. Activation wise, in terms of the innovation center for that 10 boosts, always I spend the Union dollars on rare and common, but however, once I get the hand of the legendary train, I did it on a legendary boost because I really need to have that 100 EP job generated out really soon. That gives an edge, and of course now next I'll be eyeing for really, if possible, is to get an epic train out. Not forgetting, since I have some holies left, I go ahead and exchange 500 holy for the common train, which in my opinion I think is the most beautiful train in design in this game. So although it's just a common, but that train is amazing. It's really give you the festive design that makes you really happy looking at just the train itself. So I decided to go ahead, and of course that adds on to another batch train that I have on hand, and that gives me an edge as well. So all these things adds up, and eventually we managed to win first. 2 legendaries claim. Basically, I think that's the best gift we can get from this Christmas event. So 2 presents, all right? So later on, I'll share you those videos of the 2 trains, or actually 3 trains, right? 2 legendary and a common train being claimed. Back to fighting competition. I mean, many of you asked whether is it important to start late, how they go about using union dollars, gems, when should I use it, is it important to upgrade event factories, right? So we're going to answer all this in this video as well. So actually, starting late, I'm going to mention this again. 10 to 12 hours late is always important. What do you mean by that? Is basically don't log into the game from the last competition. Once it's ended, you will see a timer that shows you when is the next competition going to start. Assuming you're going to start in the next 1 hour, just make sure you don't log into the game until probably 13 hours later. So that means you're about 12 hours late. All right, so that's the first question. Then, of course, the question about should I be spending union dollars? You should be spending union dollars in the first 3 competition because Those are the easiest competition I find, and as proven time and again in almost all the events. The first three competition I managed to get first, but sometime in the fourth or fifth I wouldn't be able to get. So it's just proven to you that people will have this psychology effect whereby once they run out of time, they'll spend all their means to get first. So that means that the fourth, fifth, or sixth competition, people are spending everything that they have. That's why it makes it so difficult in the last three competition. So spend your Indian dollars in the first three. Once you get it done and over with, save them up for the remaining three. Don't spend anything until the next long event. All right. So the other question is, should I upgrade the event factory? Yes, of course you should. At the first competition, you should really be doing that, because then it has the largest value, because you basically enjoy it throughout the whole long event. If you upgrade midway, you're just spending it for half of enjoyment. So 110 gems in total, 30 gems for the first manufacturing slot, and 80 gems for the second. Yes, it's exorbitant, but nonetheless you're going to save up. How to save the gems? That's another question. Of course, by watching videos, playing the game itself. Sometimes the reward path provides 20 gems. You watch a video, and of course, this all adds up a bit. All right, so I believe for Android players, you can actually go ahead and do some other games, and there'll be affiliated games that gain in gems, but not for me as Apple user. I don't get all this. Right? So some other countries probably yes, but not mine. So here, the other one is about holies. Should I be exchanging the holies? Yes, I mentioned that earlier in part of the video. The exchange of the holies is not a fair deal. It's 5 to 2, but depends on you. Like what I'm doing now, because I'm short about 200 holies, go ahead. Or actually, pardon me, short about 200 snow keys. So I'm going to exchange 500 holies for those. I'll just be exact here so that I don't overspend my holies. Right? Holies are important because they have another 3 trains you can collect. Right, folks, legendary. Here we go. All right, so that's the first legendary acclaim, and of course, I'm very happy with that. That gives me the opportunity to get that 100 EP jobs unlocked. Apparently, we got to deliver those televisions in order to get it out, right? So, of course, the first reward you saw there is misleading. It's only 150 of the gold parts of the legendary parts. That is to smoke screen, right? Basically, it's a smoke screen to prevent you from understanding there's 100 EP behind the scene. Apparently, just quickly get it done and over with. Once you've done that, you claim your 150 gold parts, and the remaining will be 100 event points. So the 100 EP is waiting for you. So once that is a game changer totally. Of course, be caution here. Sometimes to make things tough, they will throw in the requirements of Epic Train. So that's the reason why the next target for me is Epic Train, because you're stuck with the job you can't do. So remember, you can actually cancel jobs free for once and then watch a video to get a second time. So just make sure you save enough of those opportunities for such, right? So this is the next train you're going to claim right now. All right, like I mentioned, that's the most beautiful train I've seen from the event, so I decided to go ahead. Right, what I'm doing now, if you're just wondering, I'm at Region 1, upgrading all the rare trains because I'm really thirsty for gems, and the order for me to claim a bit of gems, I'm going to finish one of the achievements. I'm going to share it later on, and this is really a cheap way to finish the achievement. Upgrading rare trains, then we get that achievement done and we get a bit of gems. All right, so wondering what I'm doing is because once you got a lot of the trains in the region 1, upgrading them is dirt cheap. It's really cheap. So in order to fulfill those achievements in the headquarters, make sure you use your region 1 trains. I mean, I'm currently in the last region. every single upgrade is very expensive deal, but region 1 is dirt cheap, right? So that's the reason why I always claim whenever possible region 1 trains. So that's the reason for it. Okay, so rare trains, epic trains, legendaries, or even commons, that's what I've been doing. But of course I completed the common trains achievements already. Next I'm trying to claim the remaining gems for the fully upgraded rare trains and the region 1. All right, so 6 hours left. We are almost done. This is the final deal, and of course with that we want, and here is the moment we've been waiting for. Thank you for watching.